Right, I'm back. This has took a couple of minutes less than I anticipated it taking. And all I was actually looking for is it to come clean away from the bottom of the bowl. What tends to happen is when you start mixing to start with, it becomes like quite messy at the base. And it looks just like more like a cake mix than anything else. And the more the gluten develops, the more it starts to like form a dough ball. And it kind of has more kind of integrity in itself, and it just pulls itself together. So here we are. This is me dough, and the gluten has definitely developed, as we say. It's quite a soft mix, which I expect it to, because I'll put a bit more water in there, so the hydration is a bit on the plus side. So all I'm going to do is get this out. Just as you'll see me messing about with it. Why is he messing about with that? Does he need every last bit of dough? No, it's just when this goes in the dishwasher, it sometimes them bits don't wash, so it's just a job. Thinking that, always thinking that. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of my machine. And it's the first time I think it's the first time I've done a full kilo batch in there. And I had dough spitting all over. That was my daughter. She's trying to invade my kitchen. She's trying to do salad for dinner. She's trying to lie to me and say she's on diet. However, we're cracking on. So I've got a messy handy. So let's before I touch my machine and mess all that up, because you create jobs, don't you? What happens is when you start rushing about, you like get all your machine and your hands are full of mess. Then you've got to clean your machine afterwards, haven't you? So just to save that, I'm just going to move that now out the way. Here we go. So let's have a little go, see what we've got. Got two bowls ready, just with a little bit of oil in there. Just ordinary olive oil, now it's special, olive oil. And as with always, no flour. Let's just get it out and see what we've got. And like I say, I'm expecting it to be a bit wetter, because there's more water in it. But it does absorb more, so the flour. So it's a live and learn, this one. It's almost like the suck it and see how it goes. See what it's like. So let's zero that. Try to get this into a bit of a, do you know what I should have done first? Move that out of the way, move it out. Make this into a bit of a ball. I can do some up with first. There we go. There we go. Probably wasn't a good idea making a big batch, but it is a little bit sticky, to be fair. And what I will end up doing, if it looks as though it's going to be a bit more difficult to work with, I'll just leave it for a couple of minutes, come back and let it finish being tacky. All I want is the weight first. Let's get some weight sorted out. So zero that, get that in there, and we're talking 1770 grams. Alexa, what's 1770 divided by 2?
1770 divided by 2 is 885.
There you go. See, I knew that. I was just testing if Alexa knew. Right, 885. Let's if we can get that back out now. Look at this. What? Carry on. Would have been better just doing this in one batch, you know. But we live and learn, don't we? 885. So let's have that bowl. Zero that one. And the reason I'm doing it with a clean bowl for this one is it's got some oil in the bottom, which will help me out. So 760, 850, 820, 855. That'll do. That'll do there. That'll be absolutely fine. So let's get that one there. Let's move these out of the way. Don't need them. Let's move that out of the way, and let's just do one thing at a time. That out of the way, and let's form our ball. So in any, like I've done before, all we're going to do is we're going to shape it like this. We're going to literally come up all the way around the dough. Think of this as your wallpaper scraper. You're trying to get it off the wall, and you're just going round and round. And what eventually happens, like I keep on saying, I'm just trying to do this so you can see it. I'm limiting myself into a very small space, but it's alright. It's fine. What eventually happens is it starts to form a bit of a skin on the top, and there we go. I can form a ball fairly easy. This is my rock and roll method. This is my own patent method. This rock and roll. There we go. We've got one dough ball in the bowl. There we go. Next one. It's got a bit of oil on this. It's going to be a bit easier to handle. It's always a tip, actually. If you really need to stop anything, really need to stop it sticking, I'd prefer to walk away and leave it just sit there, and it naturally forms its own kind of skin on the top. It dries out naturally, but a little bit of oil does help. But the downside is if you use too much, it'll skid everywhere. You won't be able to form it into a ball. It'll be too hard, but there's only a bit on this. There we go. So we've got loaf, rolls, loaf. Does it matter? Probably doesn't. I probably got the weights wrong as well, but it'll do. I'll keep the biggest one, to be fair. I'll divide that one into the. I'll weigh them in anyway. Divide them into dough balls, but that's it. I'm going to get them covered up, give them till they double in size, till they just touch on the top, and we're all good. So that's it. We'll come back about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's getting a bit warmer now, a bit milder, so it should be a little bit quicker. But in the meantime, we just wait. That's all we do. And it's about the volume. It's not about the time. We don't really care what the time is, but you might do if you're trying to get things done in time. But always allow yourself plenty of time for stuff like this. So we'll come back shortly. I'll get myself cleaned up, get my rest cleaned, and then we'll have a look when they're rested, because it's resting this bit, not proving. It's resting, and then I'm going to rest. So see you soon.